This week on the Push for Legs podcast, we talk about our nostalgic favourite crisps and Alex Hormozi's world record breaking launch.
Jesus, I didn't think you'd already given me that. All right, 3, 2, 1. I've got Daniel Bedingfield in my head.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push for Legs podcast with myself, Dami.
Me, Tom Hall. What's going on, bro?
That is a very strange thing to have in your
I
head.
know. Before we hit record and during, I was just humming. Got to get through this. Dun, dun,
That's a
dun,
very old song. That.
dun, 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 dun.
Not,
Gotta get through this.
not a huge fan
I
anymore.
gotta get through this. What? You're not a huge fan of my singing, my version, or Daniel
Both.
Bedingfield in general?
Absolutely
I'm
both.
sure you're a fan of his sister, Natasha Bedingfield, with Unwritten.
Unwritten,
Where we on the same page before you open up the dirty window. That one.
Yeah,
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 that one's good,
brilliant.
isn't
Yeah, I love it.
it? I'm bringing the energy down a little lie down before we potted. I had to I
Oh,
was,
did you? I could have done one of
yeah,
those. To be fair, it's been a long
literally.
day.
It's been a long day, and I was just like, I need a little lie down for my second stint of work. I feel like I work in like two batches of like obviously early morning stuff all the way till like 2, 3:30. Then I need like a good hour
Yeah.
chill, and then I can go again.
Yeah.
For the evening stint of was it like 4 o'clock through to maybe 7,
Very nice.
probably later today. Stupid holidays.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, mate. I think I would love to be someone who could nap. I can't nap. I'm not a big napper. Whenever I have one, I always feel tired the rest of the day. I just can't do it.
No, I'm good at it and I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not good with all biphasic sleep.
Spotted, as always, we're spotted in today,
Yeah.
scurrying away from where I work. I don't know where he was actually. I'm assuming he popped into Until. It would make sense.
Possibly, yeah.
He had some sort of meeting in there. He's done a talk there before. If anybody's wondering who we mean, it's Mr. Philip Learning. Yeah, with his biphasic sleeping. I am very much a biphasic sleeper. But
You are the king of biphasic sleeping.
But my secondary phasic of sleeping is far shorter than my primary. So I don't know whether they should be more equal. I don't really know.
No, I don't think it should be.
Just a little shutdown and
It's supposed
kind
to
of
be
restore.
it's supposed to be a small little reset, I think.
Mm.
But yeah. Anyway, what's new, Tom? Any wedding updates for us? Anything new that we need to talk
I
about?
don't think so.
There's not been any food, has there, been tried or eaten that's any different?
No. Well, I've got, if you want to see, anybody go over to YouTube. This is my before I need to go, like wedding admin list. I've got my thing.
It's a lot of
just list of shit.
on there.
I've also like forgotten one on there as well. Shit.
Oh dear.
So my life admin list for before I go is I need to get another bed from IKEA because I'm getting rid of that one. I need to get my Honduran visa, which is now booked in. Shockingly, if you play the game, they will. Oh, yeah, we're just about to email you. Ah.
Yeah.
They also spelt my dad's name. My dad's name is Derek. How would you spell Derek?
Derec. No, obviously not. Is that how they spelled it?
No.
No, right.
They spelled it Derech.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Not how I'd spell it, but I can see why they might have done it.
Derek.
Derek.
Well, I don't know how this because we've given them I don't know passport, email address, his VC4 form or whatever it is. All those have got it spelled correctly because they have to. But couldn't manage that on the email. I've got to book some hotels. One in Miami and for Boston. I've got to pay and go pick up my wedding rings on Thursday.
Tom's spending a lot of money.
I know. Well, actually, to be fair, because why doesn't Chloe need 2 wedding rings? I bought her 4 rings in the last year, like 12 months.
That's too many.
That is far too many, right?
When you get married
I think
once.
I think I've spent this is horrible to think about as well. I think I've spent what is almost the average wedding on rings in 12 months.
Wow. It's too much,
How
man.
that's way
I think again. I know you're getting married. I know it's lovely and it's amazing, but I do think the whole industry is a bit of a con. I have to say,
Oh, it's
like,
nuts. I almost
I
cried when
wonder. I
I
wonder.
worked out in
Actually,
my
do you know
head. I
what?
was like,
No,
oh my
I'm gonna
God.
ask it. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT how much of the national UK GDP can be attributed to
Tom's
the
wedding.
wedding industry. I bet that that's the reason why people keep going with it. Because Jesus Christ, the amount of money that's spent on wedding stuff, or the way that stuff is like, because it's wedding, it's like, oh, like I'll add another cost onto that, and oh, it costs even more. Why is my
Literally.
ChatGPT not working?
Mhm.
Not logged in. Brilliant. Anyway, that's just what I was just gonna say.
I've got to do my BA points merge. That's the very exciting one. Because
That'll take a
weirdly,
bit.
I've got two accounts. I didn't really know why, and they were like, "Yeah, you're not allowed." I was like, "Yeah, I thought so." Um, I've got to go down to Buckley's to reserve your tucks and your tails.
Wonderful.
So I'm gonna do that this week. So it's all good for you. I've got to go buy a linen shirt and a tie and a matching thing. I've got something. I've got to get my shoes for that said suit,
I need
and
to
I've
get my
got to
shoes.
pick up your shirts.
Nice.
Donkey work for you. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Hour out of my day. I've got to
damn
go.
right. As you should.
I'll go pick up shit. So yeah, that's an annoying amount of lit. I don't know whether to try and knock it all out in just one day and just be like, all right, I'm just gonna do all of this and not work for an afternoon. But I
Mm.
don't think I can. Amongst the exhaustive list of about 12 lectures I need to write and record this week. So yeah, all good.
Wow.
All good.
Very good.
I love all.
For those that were interested, the UK wedding industry contributes an estimated 10 billion annually to the national GDP.
Mm,
So not a crazy amount.
not an amount, is it?
No,
No.
it's less than 1%. I just, for some reason, thought it would be more than that. I actually can't believe you can even put a number on it. And the fact it's 10 billion is shocking to me. But yeah, there we go. Well, Tom's wedding's costing a tenth of that, so therefore Tom's contributing a tenth of it all. So there you go. It's all good.
Can you imagine?
But yeah, no, I wrote my best man speech last weekend. Wrote my best man speech, Tom. So that's all done. And I was typing away, I went through two funny stories that I'm going to share on the day. And obviously talk for everything, and then typed it on Google, and I was like, what's the average length best man speech should be? Perfect. It was 700 words. Perfect. 5 minutes. There you go. So the
700
exact right amount of
words.
time, and I recited it out to Laura, and she thinks that I've not been horrible enough to you. So there we go. That may change. I may add to it as well, but yeah, that's my wife saying that.
As long as you ChatGPT it or just put it through each kind of AI.
Mm.
I want
I'll
it
just be
to
like,
go
here's the
through.
truth. Here's the truth. It's not about love. It's about a journey. That's sort of shit.
Just do all of them and like put it through Claude on one, then put it through
Yeah, yeah,
Gemini, and
yeah.
then put it through ChatGPT.
Just
Yeah,
go
just see
through
what
it all,
happens.
baby. Yeah, yeah. Okay. There'll be someone out there who fucking does that as well. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, definitely.
Isn't it
Oh, yeah.
mad? I think I went to I can't remember, get my haircut and beard trimmed, and I came out and I was like, this is what I'm going to write. I was like, I had some time to fucking decompress. This is what I'm going to write. And I got in my phone and I started writing it out. And then on my computer, I went a little bit more to town on it. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with myself, to be fair. It's just whether it's just whether certain people are going to get some of the jokes. But I do make reference to Chloe's parents a couple of times.
Oh God.
Um, as well, which is going to be fun. It's almost going to be speaking directly to them to make sure they understand what I'm trying to say. Because I want them to be in no uncertain terms the person that their daughter's marrying. And I want to make it very, very clear that I know better than anyone.
Legend.
Yeah, very funny. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I've just got to memorize it now. It's a tough bit
Memorize
now.
it. Fucking hell.
Well, you know what I mean? Roughly memorize. I've got to obviously have
Yeah, yeah.
little bits of card, can't I? But I've got to roughly know what I'm gonna say.
Well, I'd say better than
Um,
me. I've done it and I didn't memorize it. Mm.
it's only 700 words. It shouldn't be too. And again,
I had
but because for
less.
me it's all in here anyway already. I was like, it's the same things I've always I want to say. It's just making sure I get the jokes in there. Do you know what I mean? Because the jokes, you don't want to miss out on the jokey bits. You've got to be front and center of best man speech. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Anyway, right, we've got some topics because unfortunately, guys, we will not be with you for 2 weeks because I am traveling to get civilly blessed and kind of married in Honduras.
Kind of
So
married. Kind of
I
married.
think, I mean, like, mate,
Legally married, probably in Honduras, isn't it?
in the next, what we got, like September, yeah, September, October, 4 months. I've got like 2 weeks out there, and then 2 weeks out, I guess, for the wedding, and then I've got 2 weeks from honeymoon. So barely working, which, as I'm sure you know, sends you into slight kind of spirally fear as a
Yeah.
kind of sole trader business owner. You're just like,
Mm.
oh shit. That just means all the other weeks are like intense as hell, trying to get
Right.
everything done, making sure. Yeah. Which is kind of a blessing that this week, if Chloe's watching with or listening, it's like it's not a blessing that you're not here, but it is. I'm able to I'm able to work all the way through.
Yeah. Get all the shit
Um,
that you need to get
actually
done.
get shit all done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And like feeding oneself becomes like a tertiary kind of thing. It's like that'll be done at some point. I've like,
Yeah.
and also like I normally cook for two anyway, so I've just got it's that and that. Fine, that's done. But it's very easy.
Easy.
Very easy. But we're all good. I'm glad the cleaner's here tomorrow, if I'm honest. So I've not been great.
Why have you shit on the floor again?
Mate, again, multiple times, thrown up
Yeah.
everywhere. You know how it is.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, just
Can't take you anywhere.
So yeah, well, we're going to talk Hormozi. We're going to talk mainly because I just don't think it's been used. Reposting IG. I'd like to vaguely talk on pricing tiers because it's something that I've thought about and as online coaching or whatever you would do because there's always typical kind of models for what you're meant to do and you can literally walk into Starbucks and you can see pricing tiers about what they do. We could talk about returning to sport because I've had a fair few boys return to football over the last couple of weeks to 11 aside, etc. That's with the sole goal they came to me to do that, which is nice. They're all like lads in their 30s, so they're kind of like, oh, I actually want to play something that I want to do. And Dan, I've just got up this because it's been something we've been talking about the last couple of days, and Chloe bought like 3 packets of crisps, and one of my clients bought me in a packet of crisps, and then I've been asked a few times what is my favorite crisp over the last day or so, which is a weird one, and I didn't really have an answer.
Um, okay, I'm just going to
You
throw out
eat?
a few places to start with this. Okay, number one is that I
Full
am
of
a
ideas.
fan. I'm a fan of cheese and onion, but you get bad breath and you get that aftertaste, which I'm not a fan of.
See, Dan's
Throw it
going
out there.
straight for the all the stuff that would help you in your careers, guys. He's like, fuck
Oh, no
that.
way.
We're here
Fuck
for the
that.
crisps.
This we're gonna have crisp, right? So
There's something
I
in
think
this.
that
There's something in this,
on the
Dan.
traditional flavors, right? I do like cheese and onion, but again, I just don't like that aftertaste, like bad breath, whatever. I think traditional flavors, salt and vinegar is probably the best. I think that's the traditional ones. But I have to say that the newer flavors that have started to come out with the more highbrow, hand cooked, like like your kettle chips and
Mm.
your Terrells and was it Terrells? What was it called?
It's
Was it
Tyrrell's, isn't
Terrells?
it?
Terrells.
Tyrrell's. Mm.
They do have some of those flavors that are a little bit more like, do you know? I saw one the other day, it was like hot honey chorizo or like, and like, I've never tried them, but they're the ones for me that I'm like, I can get on board with those sorts of flavors. Like they're good, like highbrow. But it just depends on what you're talking here because traditional flavors, I think you've got ready salted, cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, prawn cocktail, smoky bacon, roast chicken. They're your standards of the
Smoky,
Walkers.
smoky bacon.
They're the
The
Walkers. They're the
standard.
Walkers variety pack standard. You get a 24 pack of Walkers variety. They're the flavors you're getting. They're the 6 flavors you're getting. I can even go through the colours of them if you want.
Woo!
Because Walkers, don't forget, the only one was the blue, was cheese and onion, was the only one that was blue. So you got blue cheese and onion, you got green salt and vinegar, you got pink prawn cocktail, you got maroon smoky bacon, you got orange roast chicken, and you got red ready salted.
It
That
was
was
an
your variety pack.
interesting that we're old enough as well to remember when salt and vinegar and cheese and onions switching colours.
Yeah.
How
Um,
old we are.
Other good crisps. I'm on a roll now. French fries were underrated, very,
Oh, they
very
were good,
underrated.
no?
French fries. I do like French fries. And Marmite crisps, unbelievable, unbelievable. The whole Marmite range of that stuff is good. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do like the standard just kettle chips, lightly salted. I just don't think you can go wrong with those. But they're a little bit like the vanilla flavor ice cream. You can't go wrong with it, and it's nice. Everyone likes it, but
Yeah, but it's not like
you've got to add flavor to it, haven't you?
I don't
Like,
think you've got like a hankering for them.
no,
You're not gonna be
you
like, oh, I
but yet you
really
also
want.
sit there carrying on eating them all the time.
Yeah,
You can't stop. I can't stop eating crisps. I'm always like, oh, you know, go on,
yeah, you just
go on.
smash through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
I
me. I
got
mean, I'm pretty sure I've gone off on one a bit, but
I
you
got
know,
a tier list on here. Classic. There's a lot in here, so I feel like I'll rattle them all off, but you can like pick out notable things within it. And I always straight away say that like pickled onion and Monster Munch are like top tier for me. Like those are stuff that I would go towards.
sorry, can't agree with that. But
In my household, we were very regularly a salt and shake because my
no,
mum
no,
liked to do that.
no.
Because she doesn't like the salt on them, so she would eat them plain. So fucking good.
Oh
Whereas
God,
my
that's
dad would buy we're a McCoy's household. So instead of like the
okay.
Walker's
Yeah,
fry pan,
the
we're McCoy's.
Beef
Yeah.
McCoys, all
Like
about beef
beef,
McCoys.
like
Yeah,
Thai chili, whatever, chicken,
no, it's
that
too
kind of
far.
thing.
That's too
Yeah,
far. Too
yeah.
far.
We would have those as well. So those would be the
Yeah.
normal things. And then like classic things like hula hoops and shit we would have. Hula hoops, discos, all that kind of
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll go top to bottom. The top tier on here is my body needs them to function.
Okay.
They are Thai sweet chili sensations, Twiglets, and I believe it is the ribbon saucy or the nice and spicy knick-knacks.
Oh, knick-knacks, they were so good. They are
They
top.
were
The other two are
banging, weren't
not. The
they?
other two are not. I could live without the other two. Easy.
Because Twiglets aren't Marmitey enough.
No, 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 no.
They're just like a
Yeah.
tinge of Marmite.
And they're
You're
not
like, all right,
Moorish like crisps are, those
no.
Twiglets. They're not Moorish like that.
And sensations are just like fancy crisps, but you'd rather have for the equivalent price, I'd rather have the Tyrrells or the Kettles. So pointless.
Mm,
The knickknacks. Knickknacks reminds me of swimming training or swimming like lessons because we'd have them from the vending machine afterwards because those are the only
yeah.
place that I really knew them where they sold them.
I remember the
Obviously,
ribbon saucy ones whenever me and my brother used to get them because you used to have ribbon saucy, which was the purple one. You used to get nice and spicy, which was orange, I think, and then you used to get the
yeah,
cheese ones with it in a multi pack, and it was always the cheese ones that were left.
cheese
And the
ones are just
ribbon
like,
saucy went
what
first.
is
Ribbon
that?
saucy
Yeah,
went first every time.
absolutely
Oh,
banging.
so good. Yeah.
Um, I can't
I'm
even.
hungry now.
There's what's the purple Pringles?
No idea.
I've no idea either. Write in. Write into Dan at Dubai. Um,
Yeah. That'll get to me.
are
Barbecue Pringles. Yeah,
they
no, barbecue.
barbecue? All
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay, now they are good. Yeah,
This
they
is
are
the
good.
next tier down. I see them. I want them. I buy them. Interesting. Barbecue Pringles, mini
Yeah.
cheddars.
Oh, okay, I can get on board with that.
Interesting. I like mini cheddars, but
Yeah.
paprika Pringles,
Mm.
paprika Walker's Max. Walker's Max was the ridge ones, right? They were
They were
slightly
trying to
bigger.
be the McCoys, but they were not the
Yeah,
McCoys.
basically, but they were just the ridges weren't deep enough. Baked crinklies, don't know what those. Monster Munch, but this picture's really small. And like, what's the yellow flavor of Monster Munch? Because it's not flaming hot. It's
Mm.
not. They didn't have a cheese one, did they?
No, I don't think so. Because they're all
What's the?
about the
It was pickled
roast
onion.
beef.
Is it roast beef? They've put roast
They were
beef in.
good. They were good though.
Mate, no,
They were good.
they're worse than the other two.
No, they weren't.
It's
No.
insane. And then pop chips. I don't get pop chips. If you're having a crisp, like those are boring pop chips. Out of them, what are you sticking with? Pick
I don't
one out of
mind
them that
pop
you're having.
chips.
They're all right, but it's just like
A barbecue Pringles for me.
barbecue Pringles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go rogue. I think I'm gonna go mini cheddars to have a nice little mix. So we're having from the top tier, we're having knickknacks. You're having the barbecue Pringles or the mini cheddars. The next one is taste sensation. Right, there's quite a few in here, so we've got to wrap them off. We got Doritos, like the heat wave ones.
Mm,
Chipsticks. Do you remember them?
no.
Do you know
Yes, no, I do remember
chipsticks?
them, but I wouldn't
They
go.
were
I wouldn't go for
like
them. Yeah, I remember them, but I wouldn't go for them. Yeah.
um Kettle chips, but pink one. Don't know what that is. No, sour cream and onion Pringles. That's the green one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got barbecue hula hoops, original hula hoops, popper balls. Don't remember that.
No.
Monster Munch, flaming hot one. Pom Bears. Nice.
Combear's good shout.
Yeah. Original Pringles. Um, Steak, whether the beef one, McCoy's. Sun
Yes.
Bites.
Yeah, somebody's good.
Remember those, they were right. Transform and Snack. Don't know what that is. Space Raiders. Beef flavor. Weird. A balsamic vinegar, salt and vinegar, kettle chips, ovs.
Yeah.
French fries, and then some Waitrose bullshit. What are you taking
There's
from that
loads
list?
there.
Yeah.
Can't remember half of them. There's loads there. It just got me thinking as well. Then you said a few there. One reminded me of being in the pub. Do you remember those bacon fries? Do you ever used to get those at the pub? You ever used to go to the pub? They came in a square pack. They used to do scampi fries and bacon fries.
Yeah, I do remember those.
They were so good. Out of that though, I'd probably take. What would I take out of that? You've just described quite a few good ones. You have to go back from the start again, mate. Come on.
Right,
Rattle through them real quick. The start ones.
Doritos, chili heat wave or heat wave, whatever it is, chipsticks, pink kettles, sour cream and onion Pringles, beef hula hoops, normal hula hoops, popper balls, heat, I don't know, spicy Monster Munch, Pom Bears, original Pringles, beef McCoys, Sunbites, Transform and Snack, beef Space Raiders, balsamic, salt and vinegar kettles, French fries, original, and Waitrose bullshit.
Oh, Sonic Kettles.
I think I would concur. I think they are the best ones. If
I
I
just have to make sure that the start of some.
if I've just got a bag, all of those,
Yeah.
and I'm allowed a bag in front of me, I'm probably making a beeline for that. It's like I think this is the not ultimate. This is the crisp section of if you're choosing your packet of crisps and these are the only ones available for your meal deal, what are you going for?
Yeah, definitely them.
Pretty good. We got right. List them off. Salt and vinegar French fries. Ready salted kettles, quavers, ready salted pom bears. Let's go. Ready salted. This is clearly all just fucking ready salted ones. Hula hoops. We got cheesy Tyrrells, cheesy Doritos, salt and vinegar fucking Walkers. We've got discos are coming here now. Salt and vinegar. This is the salt and vinegar section. This person clearly is all over that. It's basically every salt and vinegar crisp you could think of. Pom bears,
Let's still go
squares,
Quavers.
McCoys,
Quavers, 'cause I think I do want some
baked,
cheesy variation. in there.
quavers, Tyrrells, McCoys, salt and vinegar quavers, salt and vinegar discos. What is this person doing? It's insane. Because literally like all the ones above it was beef, basically. Right.
Yeah,
You're gonna go quavers, just normal
yeah.
quavers.
I want something cheesy in my selections. I do like Quavers. They're really nice. They're really nice. Very
Yeah,
Moorish.
I-
Quavers. Very, very Moorish.
I would concur. I don't want the Pringles because I get a bit like weird with them. I don't know what a frisp is. I'm gonna have the French fries. Very nostalgic. I used to like put a load in my mouth and it would like hurt my mouth.
Yeah.
The Met here. What's the black? Oh no, these were not great. The kettle chips that are like black pepper and something. They're like dark ones. Do you
No,
remember
just
that?
salt and black pepper.
No, they're like a bit, yeah. They're not as good. Cheesy and onion French fries. Golden Wonder. Fucking hell.
That's all.
There we go. Ribbon saucy knick-knacks are in there. Nice.
Down there.
Yeah, in the meta.
Mm,
What's its? What's its and Snacker Jacks? Bad.
No.
I think we're going ribbon saucy knick-knacks, surely.
What's this are good, to be fair.
Bosses are good, but yeah, no. Vile wouldn't give them to the dog. This is basically all prawn cocktail.
Yeah. No, prawn cocktail's all right.
I don't like prawn cocktail. I think it's a bit meh. You got prawn cocktail Walkers, smoky bacon Walkers, skips, and then you got prawn cocktail and like salt and vinegar. Is it Seabrooks?
Yeah.
And then you got Frazzles.
Pretzels are good.
Chloe loves Frazzles. Yeah,
Pretzels are good. Yeah, they can't be in that.
they're decent. To be fair, very strange. I would take probably the Frazzles. All right, and then the last one. What we got? We got Sensations Pipers. They're decent, Christian, eh? Pipers.
Yeah.
I think so. They're the chorizo things you were talking about. Rice Fusion. There's Guinness crisps.
These are
Fucking
insane.
knows.
Mix-ups. I think you're allowed one miscellaneous crisp, and I know exactly what I'd go for. Oh, wheat crunchies. They were great as well. Remember them? I will have some bugles. Mm,
Wheat Crunchy's decent. I'll take Wheat Crunchies, mate. Me. They have
yeah,
bacon flavour as well, don't they?
they were good. Yeah.
Oh, bacon flavour.
Fucking hell. Nostalgic. Crisps are very nostalgic, aren't they? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You remember all the varieties you'd had as a child. Oh,
I do
what
like
was
a good
that?
crisp.
So I was describing like orange clubs the other day. We were with kind of
Oh,
a
so many
selection of
different clubs.
friends, and I was like, I bet. Oh, I was with Doug. That's who it was. I was with Doug, Aish, and like we were at one of our friend Stephen's 50th birthdays, and I was like round the table. Me and Doug knew exactly what we were talking about in terms of normal lunchbox kind of stuff, and then
Yeah,
obviously Chloe and Sarah had no idea what these things were.
of course. Why would they? Yeah.
Spot, you're like, yeah, I wasn't having that in my lunchbox. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, caviar was it? Okay, cool. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Right, Alex Hormozi, Dan. You wrote an email. I opened it and didn't read it.
Oh, useless you are. Yeah, just I just wrote an email basically outlining kind of like his launch, and obviously like a lot of my clients are coming up to do like group coaching launches, or have done launches in the past and maybe not been happy with them, and I kind of always come up against this common thing around where I tell coaches probably should make a post about it every single day for a couple of weeks, and make sure on your stories every day you're talking about it, and make sure you email every day about it. And they kind of always go, "Oh, that's too
Hmm.
much. Like, I can't do that. Like, no way. Like, people are gonna get fed up. People are gonna get so fed up and bored of it. Like, there's no way I could talk about that much." And then you see Alex Hormozi do his launch, and you kind of know that coach is looking at it going, "Oh my God, this is amazing. He's so incredible." And it's like, yeah. And he's talked about it nonstop for 6 weeks, and you're moaning about your group not getting launched. Anyway, so I just thought, do you know what? I thought I'd break down the numbers of it a little bit. So I'll go through some of the numbers. He made $80 million in book sales in one weekend, and he just broke a world record for the fastest selling non-fiction book.
Wow.
And these are the stats from his launch. And I've taken these are all bare minimums. I've been very conservative with this, just because I don't need to go crazy. I can make the point being conservative. Um, I think I read somewhere that he's put around 4 million behind paid advertising for it. I'm not expecting coaches to do that. He's posted at least 5 times a day about his Instagram feed, and he sent 2 emails a day on average for the last 6 weeks about the program, or about his book launch and what he had coming up. And he sent 5 on launch days. So I've got 6 unread in my inbox from the second launch he's done. He already launched it this week. I've got 6 from like 6 hours left, 5 hours left, 4 hours left, whatever, blah, 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 right? So I broke it down and I went through, and he has got across all platforms 11 million followers. So per follower, he's made $7.30 from a world record launch. So I then broke it down, and I was like, okay, he has basically just done this, and I've not included LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok because I don't have those numbers to hand. I didn't look at it right, but that's half of all his content. Right? I've just taken half of his content, just half of it, right? And obviously, I've used the followers and the numbers even with these numbers, so it's actually going to be even more content than this, but it doesn't matter because it still makes the point. So for a coach with 1,000 followers to make the equivalent of $7,300, which is $7.30 per follower, in a world record launch, they would need to send over 6 to 8 weeks. So for 6 weeks, just minimum, just say 6 weeks, not even 8, 6 weeks. They would need to send 84 emails, make 210 posts, and do 42 mentions of their program on their Instagram stories. Doesn't include ad spend, doesn't include YouTube, doesn't include LinkedIn, whatever, anything like that, right? Just need to do that. And I put down here, even if they manage to do 25% of that content he's done there, right? So half the amount of content for half the amount of time. That would be over 3 weeks, 21 emails, 50 posts, and a daily mention on stories for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, right? They would then with their 1,000 followers make $1,900. And coaches aren't even doing that. They're not even doing 25% of the amount of content he's done. Yet they're unhappy when they do a launch and they get 30 people, even though they barely talk about it. And I actually looked at the ad spend as well. The ad spend was 36 cents per follower. So they'd also have to spend $400 pretty much to get that as well. And I just broke it down and I was just like, the expectation of what coaches expect from a launch and the amount of content they post is wild. When you look at what he's done, and I'm like, I can't get my coaches to do 25% of the content he's just done. I can't get them to do it. They think it's too much. They think it's wildly over the top. They might even do half of that. They might send out maybe 12 emails. Maybe they'll do 25 posts about it, mention it a few times on the stories because they're so worried about upsetting people and worried about, all this sort of stuff. And also, by the way, for half the amount of time. Yet they're worried about looking spammy or people unsubscribing or unfollowing or getting fed up of seeing it. And then I have to revert back to it and go, but you just watched Alex Hormozi do his. And he did it for, I think, 8 weeks, but let's just call it
Hmm.
6. And he did that for 6 weeks on end, plus the sponsored ads, plus the YouTube, and plus the LinkedIn and TikTok, which I've seen his ads more than his actual content, I think, as well, by the way, at 4 million, right?
Same here.
So
Hmm.
I'm like, and you're not even doing that bit of it, right? On top of everything else to get those numbers. So I'm even being nice with this and going, even doing half the amount of content that he's actually doing. And I just think that one of the things that I get from coaches is like, oh yeah, but it's Alex Hormozi, he's got millions of followers. You can't compare it. I'm like, well, I just have. I've just broken it down for you per follower, what to expect. And I'm like, if you've got 4,000 followers and you do a half-assed launch and you get £4,000 or you sell 40 spaces at 100 quid, you're doing very, very well. I'm like, that's a world record launch. And like, you can't get close to a world record launch. You can't get close to it. You're never going to do it. And I just think there's just this massive disconnect between the amount of work required, the amount of talking about a program, and then the amount of people that you want on it. And luckily for me and Mike, with this launch, is that the numbers are all there, and we can kind of use it and go, there you go. And I basically said in my email, I put, if posting less frequently was optimal, don't you think you'd do it? If sending fewer emails was optimal, don't you think you'd do it? If barely mentioning it was smart, don't you think you'd do it? Yeah. So now I can just go, what would Alex Hormozi do? Well, I can tell you what he would do because he's just done a world record launch and he's not sure about it. And then I got on calls today with some of my clients, right? Do you know how long he did a YouTube live for? Each day over the weekend. He had one up from running on from yesterday as well, all weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 7 hours live stream on YouTube. I couldn't get a coach to do 7 minutes of a live stream. Promote their pro. And it's just this thing around like,
Hmm.
I've said this for ages. Me and Mike say it all the time about how much needs to go into launch, how much content. And people just don't believe us. Then they see Alex Hormozi and go, oh my God, what a guy, what a genius. And I sit there going like, for fuck's sake, like, yeah, just talk about what you're doing. And like coaches will not talk about what they sell. Will not do it. Baffles me. But yet they look up to someone like that and go, isn't it amazing? I'm like, fucking hell. Like, yeah, it is amazing. Number one, he's a fucking genius. Learn something from him. He's not sure about it. Oh, people want to hear about my program though. No, they won't. Not the way you talk about it. No,
That's
you're
one of
right.
the things as well. Like people aren't sick of him for it as well.
I've
Like,
unsubscribed. I'm not going to buy it. I'm never
yeah,
going to buy his book. I'm not care. I haven't got fucking time of day to read it. Right? I know what it's going to say probably as well. It's not going to make any difference to his content, to be honest.
no.
Um, but like, I just people are so worried about being disliked. And I'm like, the guy's just put his content in front of more people than ever before, and he's just made a world record. He doesn't care. Oh, it just baffles me, man. So anyway, that was my bit of a rant. I did on email. I literally wrote it in one going today, and I just sent it straight away. Because I was just like, people need to see it. I had some nice feedback from it. To be fair, people saying like, oh, putting it like this, it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, yeah, I know it does. Um, but I just think people think it doesn't apply to them. They think that, oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Oh, it wouldn't work for me. Or it wouldn't. And it's like, no, it does. It does. It's not. I don't think he's doing anything out of the ordinary in terms of like logistically. Obviously, it's on a much higher level, but I'm like, yeah, but if he's got 11 million followers and you've got this amount, well, then yeah, you don't need to put 4 million on ads and you don't need to be on every single platform and you don't need to be doing it for 6 weeks and doing 300 posts on Instagram. But you need to be doing your version of that, which be if you talk about it for 3 weeks, maybe you need to make 90 posts about it and do two a day rather than six a day or whatever. And just don't want to do it. No one wants to do it. Everyone wants the outcome. Everyone wants the glory, but no one wants to do the fucking work. And it just winds me up. Just really winds me up with it. So yeah, that was my little rant of the day that I got out on email. So yeah, there you go, Tom. You didn't have to read. You don't have to read the email anymore, mate.
Thank God.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to read it. I
Yeah.
probably reads better than I fucking talked about it. To be fair, but
Oh yeah, if you haven't, well, if you haven't read it, I'm sure it's just sitting in your inbox now. The people will listen
yeah,
to this, I'm sure. Speak to me about pricing tiers, Dan, because it's
pricing
just
tiers.
pricing tiers. Have you ever come across them? Do you have
Yes.
them?
No.
Would you
I've
recommend
got a
them?
few clients that have got some of them. Obviously, with like if you've got a group coaching model and a one-to-one, that's kind of a way of tiering your product. But if you have just a direct kind of like tiering system, um, one of the ways that I've seen it used effectively is when you use the tiering system to almost shift people to a number that you want them to get. So there's a phenomenon in copywriting and in kind of like persuasive marketing whereby you have an extremely high-end offer to make your middle offer look more attractive, and actually the middle offer is the one you want people to actually go to. And the psychology behind this is that the majority of people will go for the middle option because they don't want to go for the cheapest, but they also don't want to go for the most expensive. So they usually go for something in the middle where they feel like, again, psychologically, we can trust that. Because if it was the cheapest one, you'd be like, oh, well, I think they might have skipped a few things on quality. And if it's the really expensive one, you go, I don't get ripped off because of all sorts of reasons. So you see this a lot. It's a common phenomenon in marketing psychology and certainly in sales psychology. So a lot of people do like a very cheap offer where it's just like very basic, limited opportunities to speak to you, and you kind of know you're not going to get the results with it. And you have a very high end offer, which is almost pretty much done for you. So like one of the examples I've seen Mike Samuels has given is like when someone signs up for your coaching, offer to pay for their bespoke meal delivery service at the same time, and like buy them their gym outfit every 2 months along the way, or something like that. And no one's ever going to buy that option, but it makes your normal option look better. And then, like by the same token, your cheaper option, they wouldn't go for it because they go, "Oh, I want to be a cheapskate." So it's kind of like you only actually really sell the middle one overall. So that's some of the psychology behind it, some of the things behind it. I've got a client at the moment who's got a tiering thing, and he does like either a core monthly or a core fortnightly, and obviously the monthly core's cheaper and that. And what you tend to find with that is that because people don't really know what they need or want, they tend to just go for the cheaper one, which again, it's probably not be the one that gets them the best result necessarily.
But yeah, it's something that I've obviously like I've played with, and it's like something that I don't really. You never like advertise it. You never bring it up in the first like
Yeah.
conversation with the thing. Like I've spoken to Mike about it before. He was like in his version of it, and he was like maybe in the past, like you guys may have been like, all right, that person isn't ready to commit at that price, but you can be like, actually, we'll tear them down there and then. And but having that kind of thing in your back pocket, just to be like, look, if money, if you don't want the cheap, like for example, so mine, like I have a premium option or whatever it is, and it's just difference in check-ins and time, like
Mhm.
it's time and access, right? That's the only difference essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, normal weekly check-ins, blah blah blah. Is this much? But I'm playing with, or I say, there is the option to do either monthly or fortnightly. If you still want access to me, but you realize that I'm still going to write your plans to the best of my ability that I've got the information for, and it's not the same as group, which is group is just you're gonna log, plug and play whatever plans are up there, you go and
Yeah.
do. I don't change them. Whereas these ones have got my eyes over them for a certain amount of time, blah blah blah. I'm gonna write them, but
Mhm.
I'm not gonna modify them every week because it's the case of like I'm only gonna look at them probably every 2 weeks or every month. So those are the modifications you're gonna get. So having that in your back pocket, just in case you don't want to, if somebody's like, oh, there's quite a big gap. For example, mine's like almost like 3, 4x in
Yeah.
terms of whatever that is. It's like, okay, between group and normal one-to-one. It's like leaving money on the table for a growing business. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it going to be a head fuck? Is it, well, I've kind of flipped and flop with it. I was like, I think I've come to the decision that's like, actually, rather have that person in the business and possibly get a
Yeah.
good result with them instead of like leaving them on the table, going, let them go find perhaps a shitter product with a shitter coach, that kind of thing. So it's an interesting one. Like, or do you stick to your kind of like guns? Because I used to be for probably for the last like 2 years, I used to stick to my guns and said, no, I only do those two things.
That's
Mhm.
it. There's no go between, and probably that person's left and hasn't come back because they literally cannot afford that top offer and they
Yeah.
don't want to do the group stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a case to be made for that. I used to offer a drop down for people who are one to one. So I used to do something similar where I'd be like, well, it's normal one to one is weekly. Once you've been in for 6 months, if you want to leave for financial reasons or you need to, I would then, if they were a good client, I like them, they're great and good social proof, I'd be like, oh hey, you can do fortnightly check-ins and it's this much. And they go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. I've had a few clients stay with that for quite a while. Um,
Mhm.
so that works. Yeah, I think you can do either. I think I've seen it as well, like a little bit of a with the fortnightly check-ins, I've seen a bit of a push towards that a little bit more recently, where it's like, do people really need a weekly check-in? Do people need actually a fortnightly check-in? Is a weekly check-in a bit too much like hand-holding, babysitting, all that sort of vibe? And I've got a few clients that are starting to maybe move towards actually fortnightly coaching check-ins being the norm. I think as well they get worried about because other coaches offer weekly, they get worried about what it looks like. But I think that your clients might not know any different, and actually fortnightly might suit them better, and they prefer it. It's only our ego that, or worry and concern in comparison, that we think about other coaches and they offer weekly. It's like, yeah, but is weekly better? Is that not more of a nuisance? Is it not more of a fucking? I really
Yeah.
just spoke to you. Who's to say it's not actually the consumer that prefer fortnightly? Is that if you're on hand with WhatsApp, do you need to do a weekly check-in? Do you need a weekly update? You probably don't need a weekly one. I don't think I'd need a weekly one if I was a client of someone's now. I don't think I would. Like, again, at what level do you need it? And I think this is where people, as they go up through the price points as well, they assume if they work with high corporate level people, right? Let's just throw that out there because the people love doing that. Oh, I work with high busy corporates. Well, no, no, you never work with them in your life, mate, whatever. If you were going to work with them, they don't want more touch points of communication. They're too busy. They want less. They want it to be higher quality. They'd rather check in 2 weeks and go, right, here's 2 weeks a day. Here's 2 weeks of what do I do? What do I change? They don't need a WhatsApp check-in every day. I've seen people try and work with these busy professionals, high-level people, doing a daily checklist of a scoring scale of how they slept and how their energy is. Um, the fuck do they think they want to worry about that for? They ain't got the time for that shit, mate. Like again, it just shows this massive lack of understanding. And I think that when I see people going through the coaching system and they just do weekly check-ins because everyone else does. But what if your niche actually was like, no, actually every 2 weeks is fine. Actually, I'm smart enough. I can get on with this stuff. I know enough. Actually, I'm a high net worth individual that's busy, that's stressed, that's all this sort of stuff. As long as you're on hand on what's if I need you, as long as I know what the plan is, in 2 weeks, 2 weeks flies by in my world. I don't need a weekly check. It's too stressful trying to fit it in weekly, actually. I'd rather do it fortnightly. No one's asking these questions. They're just doing it because everyone else is doing weekly. I'm starting to
Yeah.
challenge my clients now and say, like, do you need a weekly check-in? Do you need one? Why is having the option to have a call every week or check in every week or WhatsApp me every day? Is that a good thing? Is that that might put me off your coaching? Have you ever thought about that? Because if I had a coach texting me every single day, I'd be like, can you leave me alone?
Literally.
Like, can you
Yeah.
leave me alone, please? Like, I barely get back to my friends and family like within a day. Like, I just don't think anyone's asked these questions. They just do it because it's the norm and they think everyone else is doing it. Well, trial it. Trial offering a different system rather than
I
just
I would
establish it.
hate a coach texting me every day.
I honestly have
Honestly.
coaches, they wear it like a badge of fucking honor, and I'm like, stop that now.
Please don't. Like, yeah. I would being a coach who
It's
coaches
also
other
not coaching.
coaches.
It's
I'm
also
like,
not coaching, by the way.
it's
That.
fucking that's just I don't know, just sending out feelers, asking for problems that
Well,
probably
like
they were able to solve.
we've talked about the whole like 40-minute like sign up video, haven't we? We talked about the old like the
Oh
40
yeah.
minutes. It's like,
Annoys the
mate,
shit out of me.
I
I'm
that's
off.
not
See you later.
that's not good quality. That's just you talking shit, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with check-ins. I just don't know if anyone's ever asked these
It's
questions.
and you've got to think like this is one thing that I come around for. It's like the most valuable commodity that any of us have is time. And us wasting it is fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. It's like you pay the premium to get the job done better, quicker,
Mhm.
and efficiently, and doing whatever. And it's like, all right, you saying, oh, I've just sent a bespoke 20-minute video every week. I'd be like, get fucked. What are you doing? Insane. Why are you valuing longer time periods? It's that whole, do you remember there was a I don't know, reel or whatever thing going round about that like a graphic designer who was like, I'm gonna charge this much for this. And
Yes,
he
I
was
remember it.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and he was like, all
So now I'm
right,
being punished because I'm quicker.
now I'm
Yeah.
punished because I'm efficient. It's like, so I
Yeah.
only get, so what do you value? Me doing over, I'm just going to charge you for longer and say, I'm going to do that. It's like, what do you value? I'm going to charge you more because I can get it done quicker. Therefore, your time is more valuable, surely. Sort of that
Yeah.
out kind of stuff. I'm just like, all right. The thing. It's like, why would I take 20 minutes to say something I can do in like say it in five?
Yeah.
Fun, honestly.
Correct.
Like if you got a voice note, then when a voice note goes above 2 minutes or a minute, I'm like, for fuck's sake. Right, we've got to
Mhm.
listen to this. Obviously, my check-ins with people are longer than a minute. But yeah, if I can dumb it down or just get to the point, I'm going to. And then I'll waffle at the end so they can I'll be like, and now I'm waffling, by the way. Blah, 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 blah. Here are
Mhm.
your key points. Actually, that's something I always do because if I know I've sent something over 5 minutes, I will send a written summary post of what my check-in was about.
Yeah.
I'm like, just in case you don't want to fucking watch that, this is what I've said. Yeah, because yeah, I would get the same annoyance. Honestly, like couldn't
Yeah.
get.
And the
I
people don't
also
watch
go.
it because
I
why would
also
they?
go straight to the transcript of everybody's thing because I can
Yeah.
read quicker than like whatever it be. So and pick out the key points.
Yeah, it's that whole thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Of like voice notes are easier to send but harder to receive.
Yeah, unless
I'm the
unless
same.
it's
I hate texting. I hate writing out messages.
yeah.
So I can't moan at people when they send me voice notes because I prefer to send a voice note. So I'm a little bit more like, I don't
Why
mind a voice
why
note.
why haven't WhatsApp done the same thing as Instagram?
Don't know. They will do it soon. They will
They
do it
will.
soon.
They've got to do it. Like that.
Um,
They could do the transcript because that thing is golden. Like the transcript of a voice note is banging. Like that's great.
yeah, I don't mind a voice. I don't mind a receipt. It's when they get really long, obviously. And but I always feel like for me, at least with a voice note, I feel a little bit like people are more prepared to wait. The thing I don't like about text is that people think by sending a text that I'm going to reply quicker. But for me to sit down and read, like, because I get longer text, I don't very rarely get short text. Short text I reply too quickly. It's the ones that are like long and you've got to click read more. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm just like, fucking hell, like this is, I just don't like replying to them. I just send a voice note back. 'Cause I'm just, for me, I just don't like, I've never been diagnosed with any problems with dyslexic. I can read fine and all that sort of stuff. But recently with typing, I just can't be asked. I'm just like, I can't organize my thoughts well enough. I think I just rather say it. I don't know. I just don't, I'm not big on it. I've never been big on it. Like even on my phone, like Mike used to always be sitting there replying to WhatsApps on his phone all the time. I just can't do it. I just can't sit there and I just don't have the energy for it. The patience, I don't know what it is. I can't do it.
yeah. I can't. No, has to be
I don't know
programmed into
why.
my calendar as well. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
nope.
sit with WhatsApps all the time. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, it's unread, and I'm like, I'll get back to these, and like, just because they're a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them. I
no.
just prefer calls, honestly. I always just prefer calls. I'm just like, just
Yeah.
let me know what's been going on.
Just chat to me. Absolutely fine. Which
Mm.
reposting on Instagram, Dan, is it working? What's happening? I don't even know what
I've
it's for, if I'm
no
honest.
idea. I've not done anything with it. I don't get it.
Like
Don't see
I
the point
don't,
of
I
it.
thought
Don't.
it
I'm not
could
seeing
be
that
big
many of
for
them.
small creators or whatever it is, but it seems to be hidden. Like when you like, how do you see the repost? It's not like it comes on up on their feed. There's a literal repost tab if you're on someone's profile, which is what I
I
don't
just
get.
don't. I think it's going to come up on your homepage, surely, if someone's reposted it from a certain account. But if you're going to repost it, you put it on your story, right? That's just what happens.
Yeah, it's a weird
Um,
one, isn't it?
I just don't think many people are using it, to be honest. I can't see many people bothering. I can't see many people bothering with it,
No.
if I'm honest.
Still think
Um,
the ranking of all the things that you can do from Instagram. It's like, is it like send it via DM and save? Are like the top, obviously the top
yeah.
two that you want to happen. Likes. People don't fucking do likes anymore, really, as much.
Yeah, no, likes aren't as much of a big thing.
No,
It's the sending in DMs, I think, is the key thing.
is the key one.
Yeah, from what from what I can see, I don't know obviously everything, but um, it definitely seems that they're the ones that the views that the little little paper plane one is the one that anything that's sort of gone somewhat viral, it always seems that
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it's got a lot of that.
When paper planes are bigger than likes, then you know something's gone viral or something's gone wrong.
Yeah, you know it's a meme.
Right.
Yeah, it's usually a meme, isn't it?
Yeah.
With
It's
that.
like, oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
all right, we'll come on to the last thing. I've just had a few lads that have returned to sport, and it's always really cool. I had one Sam. I don't know if he listens to this, Mr. Flint, who's returned to 11. He got asked to sign for an 11-a-side team. and we've just been returning for the last probably 8 weeks. We've been getting his fitness up and starting to move differently from being more bodybuilding centric for the last 5 years. And he's like, "Fuck, I
Ah,
actually want to play football." And he's about, I think he's mid 30s maybe, mid to early 30s. He's like,
good
"Actually, I want
age.
to play to actually do something I enjoy again," for example. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely banging. Let's do that. But I guess there's a case of like people would still just go in, oh, I don't really know what's happening in the gym. Um, so if anybody is at a loss, they can join my fucking group. That can happen. Because next month will be field-based month, which will be fun. Already some really cool hot seats. We've got getting old Chris Toombs back, the old lead S&C for Leicester Tigers and
Oh, nice.
USA Rugby. He's coming on. He's very excited. Me and him get on. That's about it. That's why. I think that's about it. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do your stupid interview.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
have a catch up." So, which is fun. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Oh, everything about field-based lifting. Basically, if you want to come and like learn how to do gym-based in-season lifting, just get in the group. Get it for free. You get it for £75 a month, but you get all the other stuff. You get all your lifting done. So, but in season lifting, Dan, how did you guys do it during in season at Hull? Say if they only played on Saturday, which is usually well, basically everybody who's doing Lemside who are our age playing are only playing on Sunday,
Did
right?
they did a, I mean, he was very poor, as you can imagine. But they
Well,
did
you were
a,
leading it, so yeah, I
yeah,
can.
yeah, oh yeah, fucking hell, I wish I was leading it. They did a weight session on Tuesday, then a power session on Thursday. So the weight session would be like full body, the core, the glute bridges, the Nordics, maybe on Tuesday that they would be doing, and then on Thursday would be more of the hang cleans that were obviously not hang cleans anyway, shape or form. The plyometric jumps, the sprinting maybe in the session during the pitch based session. Um, but it was honestly very mediocre, very
Yeah.
not personalized, very groups, basically group based circuit shit, you know. They were doing like hang cleans, with the barbell and then the 5 kilo practice plates on the side. It's like it's doing nothing. Waste of time for everyone. The times when people used to do the most weights when they get the most benefit out of a program was when they were injured.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And I used to sit there all the time and be like, right, you're doing proper weights to get back fit. Why not do the proper weights when you're fit then?
When
Because
you're
then you
fit,
won't
yeah.
be injured, will you? You've just decided that you've just basically showed everyone that you need to be stronger to get away from injury. So do more of it. No, they just start. Then once they're fit to play football, they just carry. It's almost like someone losing weight, right, with their calories, losing weight, and then going back to all their bad habits to regain all the weight again.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's weird, but yeah, that's what happens.
It's basically what happens. So I guess if you're playing football on a Sunday, probably what happens on the Monday is probably a rest based day, mobility day, whatever you do. Don't really
Mm.
mind. You can do some zone two cardio. Probably most people would need that. But yeah, ideally during season, then your heavy day would probably be the Tuesday. You're probably going to do full body or you do lower dominance on heavy shit with some power incorporated, but mainly heavy volume, lower. You're probably not doubling up because you haven't got time to because you're a busy working professional. Then I reckon the Wednesday, if you want to go in and do upper body, you're more than welcome to. That would be cracking. I'm assuming there's some training at some point. Maybe if the training's on Wednesday, which some people would train once a week, that's fine. Go do that. If not, then that is the day you would do your field-based session or whatever conditioning you'd do. Whether that would be, and I would tend to say, don't go and just do fucking suicides and shuttle runs, or don't be your conditioning is just 5Ks, stuff like that. If you're going to do that, go do some like 30-meter flying sprints or some, I don't know, 10-meter kind of like little sprints, that kind of thing. Or some, I do a lot of like curved running or curved S running, or we do like T drills or turn and go drills, all that kind of shit. That
Mm.
would start to go in. Sprint repeatability stuff because it's about recovery, making sure those hamstrings get lit. Put that in probably with 15 minutes of like solid plyometrics at the top. Probably like 6 exercises over 15 minutes, and then you go off and do your runs and shit. That would be the Wednesday. Then Thursday would be your power stuff, most likely, or an off day. Don't really mind. That's all your jumps, or like a pumpy session. The Friday probably would be a pump session and like a priming session, and it's probably again a little bit more field-based conditioning stuff you're gonna get back from. If you didn't do your speed work that day, you do it then. If you do it on the other day, you do your field-based conditioning work. So you've got 2 outside sessions. I think people lack that, and they kind of at our level, we would suck. We'd be like, oh, I'm going to spend more time in the gym because it's nice and warm and like lovely. Actually, getting outside into a park and doing some 2 of those sessions a week probably be beneficial. And doing 2 gym sessions, which are like you got some horizontal, like lateral work in, you got some power work in, you're moving the barbell fast, all that kind of shit would be probably good. And then Saturday, very chilled, and Sunday play. And then mix in where your other stuff is. Just generally, there's how the plan will be if you come in my group. So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah, that is a general plan which Mr. Sam, like one of the lads, will be following when he gets back in, and he's now, I think, signed up. But I've just given him a minute count because I don't think he's quite ready for 90 minutes. I was like 60 minutes max. He's got to sub himself off somehow, or just start walking and be like, "No, Tom's my coach has told me to stop."
Can't be having any of that, mate. It's friendly. Unless it's a friendly and he's all right. And friendly, you can
right,
get off.
yeah, that'll be fine. But it's interesting. He's just been the last month has been like a lot of field-based conditioning, like 35, 45 minute conditioning sessions,
Mm.
and he's just like, "This is painful." I'm like, yeah, yeah, it is.
Yep. It's very
But
painful. Club
oh
level
well.
football.
Mm, to do it, you're going to be better than most. So that's the goal, right? Is to be fitter than the most of the people you're returning to. And then they'll be like, "Oh fuck, I was like jumping like a fucking flea." I'm like, "Yeah, good, good. You will be. That's all good. That's
Good
all the
man.
stuff we're doing. It's nice." But yeah, I think it's something that's coming. Hopefully, people are taking more seriously. Not if you listen to people like Anthony Gordon. Almost made me get rid of him in my fantasy team because he was like, "Oh no, I don't touch weights."
One of them, is he?
Yeah, literally. And then like obviously the fascia trainers got wind of this interview and was like, look, see, doesn't do any weights. And all his other friends and stuff are too muscly and too injured. And Anthony Gordon's always been there. And they were like, Isak. I was like, Isak is not too muscly. Like the guy's fucking like praying mantis. Like what the hell? I'm like, oh jeez. And he's injured all the time because he does weights. That's not really like what's happening, is it? But super interesting. All right, mate.
Mm.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
All
Right, we
good.
will pause for 2 weeks, unfortunately. Dan's like we've been back for 2 weeks, then we're pausing for 2 weeks. We're just too busy. Well, I'm
Well,
busy.
that's the thing now is, our listeners won't mind, Tom, because they're like us. They're busy as well. Do you know what I mean? They need time to catch up on all the previous episodes. It's not a problem, mate.
No,
Don't worry.
what I will do, as promised, I did say, I'm going to put in a hot seat from either a physio, a coach, or an athlete in as a little nugget for whilst we're away. I can't remember. I'll probably
Very
put
nice.
it up when it normally is, but something that is normally behind a paywall. But yeah, like a 30-minute, 45-minute episode. I won't pick a Hyrox one because that's boring. We might do it like a strength one
Correct.
with like one of Britain's strongest men or something. Be decent.
Nice.
Lovely.
Look forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you're not listening to it, so
Yeah, I'm
other
going to
people
listen to it
listen.
now. I'm going to miss talking to you, so I'm going to listen to it.
You can pretend you're in the conversation. It's fine.
I'll listen
You're
to
going to be like,
Chatwix instead.
oh,
I'll listen
you
to
can be like,
Chatwix instead. It's fine.
Tom used to invite me into these interviews. Now he doesn't bother
Yeah,
doing
no, just
them.
no.
All right, mate. Thanks for listening, guys. We will catch you in a couple of weeks.
See you in a bit.